I'd like to invite all the children who are here to come down to the front for a blessing. Guess what I have in this bag? Anybody want to guess? What's in the bag? What do you think? Well, a sandwich. Bag of chips. Yeah, brought lunch. And the reason I did was that I want to tell you a story about a boy who took a lunch when he went to hear Jesus. And he ended up helping Jesus with his lunch. And I want you to imagine that the little boy is telling the story from memory, but he's telling it much later after he's grown up and gotten older. And now he's a grandpa, and he's telling this story to his granddaughter. So imagine the story going like this. Well, it was a long time ago, many years, and I must have been about 10 years old. And we heard that Jesus was going to come and speak just a few miles away, down by the lake. And I really wanted to go, and so my parents said, you be careful. But take a lunch. And my dad made a lunch for me. We had a few rolls left over from breakfast, so he put the rolls in a basket for me to take. And then he also knew that I really like fish. And so he fried a couple of little fish for me in a pan and put them in a basket too. And I was off. And I walked real fast because I wanted to be sure I got there in time to hear Jesus. And when I got there was a big crowd of people. I mean, lots and lots of them sitting on a hill with Jesus up front. And I sat up front too because I wanted to make sure I was able to see Jesus and hear him real clearly. And Jesus spoke for quite a while, and then he took a break. And I thought, well, maybe this is the time I'll be able to eat my lunch. But then a man walked up to me, said his name was Andrew. And I think he was one of Jesus' friends who was there helping him. And Andrew asked me, would you be willing to share your lunch with Jesus? And I said, well, okay, yeah, sure, yes. And so he took me up and we met Jesus. And Jesus was so kind to me, and he just thanked me over and over again for letting him use my lunch. And then he did a really amazing thing. He took my food and he started passing it out to people who were there. And I thought, this is not going to last very long. But, you know, when Jesus passed that food out, there just kept being more of it. And it didn't run out. Everybody got enough. Everybody ate all they wanted. And then when it was over, Jesus thanked me again for letting him use my lunch. And it's been many long years ago, but I still remember that day when I was able to help Jesus with my lunch. Now, so that's the story, and I want to ask you a question. Do you know any way that you can help Jesus today? What do you think, Wilder? Pray? Yeah. All right. Anything else? Any of you ever helped out with the mobile food pantry we have? Passed out food to people. That's one way to do it. Or if you ever just see another kid sitting all by themselves, lonely, and you go and sit with them, sure, that helps Jesus too, because that's what Jesus would do. And so anytime that we do something Jesus would want to do, we're helping Jesus. And so let's have a blessing for the week. And this week, I will find ways to help Jesus. Yeah. Now, we won't be having worship centers today, so you can sit with your family. But if you would like to have an activity book, we have some in the back. God bless you. Oh, you can have some chips, sure. I didn't think so, but I wanted to make the offer.